Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Please, as you join, let me know your name in the chat. Please put in the chat box your name and where you are joining us from. Thank you so much. We are still waiting for a few minutes for others to come and join us. Now put your name and where you are joining us from in the chat box, please. Thank you so much. I'm waiting to see your name. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining me. We're starting momentarily. Just waiting for the time to clock before we start. Please, if you can hear me, please type open in the chat box that you can hear me. I want to know that you can hear me, and I want to know that you can see the screen that is being displayed before us right now. If there is any challenge, please put in the chat box before the training starts so that I can know how to address it. Thank you so much. Please, you are my ears, you are my eyes, you are my everything on that side. Kindly notify me if there is an issue on that side, please. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if there is if you can see the screen that is being displayed. Let me know in the chat box. You are welcome before the time is where you are welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Keep coming in, and please don't forget to put in your name and location in the chat box so that I can know where we are coming from. Okay, Oyewole Bisola, thank you so much. You are joining from Ilorin. Good, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be starting momentarily, just waiting for the time. I would like to know whether you can hear me actually. Please, somebody should help me type in the chat box. Can you hear me? Because if you can't hear me, Please help me check if you can hear me now. I am speaking now. I'm speaking. I've changed what is on the screen. I want to know if you can hear me as you are seeing um as you are seeing the VS Code and the browser on the screen now. I want to know if you can hear me. Please let me know once you begin to see the browser and the VS Code. I want to know if you can hear me. Right now, can you hear me? How about now? Anybody? Can anyone hear me now? I'm speaking now. Can anyone hear me? Thank you so much for joining, everyone that has joined. I hope network allows us to be able to have a a smooth um a smooth class today. It's almost time, 2 minutes before the time. I want to be sure that my voice is being heard over there. I want to be sure that I can be heard by people joining the meeting. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Let me know in the chat box that you can hear me. I can see the meter moving on this side, showing that my input is being received. My sound input is being sent to your side, but I need confirmation on that side, please. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. We are about to start. If you can hear me, let me know, please. Even now. Okay, someone said, Olawale said he can hear me now. Olawale can hear me. Olawale, where are you joining us from today? Okay, good. Thank you so much. Thomas can also hear me. Olubowale Noah can also hear me. Gideon can also hear me. And Gideon is joining us from Akure. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, I don't know why Titi Lokpe can still not hear me. Maybe you should exit and then coming back again, because people can hear me very, very clearly now. Okay, thank you so much. Without wasting our time, since a lot of people can hear me, I believe that it will be network on the other side of those that cannot hear me. We are going to kickstart the class in earnest. We're going to kickstart, and what we are going to be using is what you are seeing on the screen. We have the VS Code to the left, and we have the browser to the right. So I don't know how it's showing on your side. Maybe it's showing maybe it's showing to the left and right, but it does not matter. What matters is that we are seeing the VS Code screen, and then we are also seeing the browser screen that we are going to use to preview our work. Now, before I can start, as usual, you know what we normally do. I want to create a folder, because I'm starting this project again all over, just to wrap up, to try and wrap up what we did yesterday. So I'm going to be creating a folder now. I'm going to be creating a folder, and to create the folder, for those that don't know how to create the folder, I'm going to show you how to do that. So let me show you that one now. Okay, to be able to create a folder, just open your Explorer with your VS Code, and then in your Explorer window, you will right click like this, right click, and then choose, you want to create a new folder. So this is new here, and then you go to where you have folder. So you right click and click on folder. Inside the folder, you type a name for the folder. So let me call this one training. So I'm going to drag this training folder onto my VS Code that is showing up on the right. I'm going to drag this training folder onto this VS Code window here so that it can open this training folder in the VS Code. Okay, so I'm dragging it, I click on it, and I'm dragging now, and now it's on the VS Code. I have not released it. Once I release it, it will carry the name of this folder in the VS Code. I'm dropping it now. 3, 2, 1. I dropped, and then VS Code will restart, and then the folder is open for me. You can see the training here now. Okay, with that, we have been able to create our folder. So let's now see, let's go back to our browser and our VS Code. Now, browser and VS Code is what we are seeing. So we have already opened our folder in the VS Code. So we are ready to go ahead and start creating our files. So I'll first of all create a file. You can see new file here. New file here. So when I click this one, I can create a file. Yesterday, I told you the name of the first file that you create is called index.html. Do you still remember? And what did we say the meaning of HTML is? Hypertext markup. Markup what? Did you say lobby? No. Hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. Okay. So hypertext markup language is the meaning of HTML. So I just create the file there like that, and then we know that to be able to run a file that is HTML file, we must have a boiler code. This boiler code, we cannot generate it from our head because there may be a lot of mistakes. So we use shortcut, and I've explained in the video I dropped in the morning, but I'm going to do it again very, very briefly. How do we generate the boiler code? Just hold down the shift key and then press exclamation mark, which is shift of 1, and then you will have this one coming up on your screen. Once you do that, just press the tab, and then you will have the boiler code on your screen. You remember I said you can click on this one to open the sidebar and to close it. I'm closing it and I'm opening it now. So let's come back here. So we have generated the boiler code, and okay, the boiler code has been generated. Let me go back and create my CSS file because I will need both of them to be able to run this training. This first icon is what I'm going to click on. It's saying new file. I will click it, and then I want to name my file style.css like that of yesterday. So now I've created it. I'll press enter, and then I have two files on my screen now, index.html and style.css. I'll be closing this welcome. I don't need it. In my index.html file, I already have a boiler code, this one, and then in my style.css, for now, there is nothing. So yesterday, we were able to establish that everything you put inside the body will be the one that will be displayed on the screen. Whatever you put in the body will show on your screen. Whatever you don't put in the body will not show on the screen. So if I want things to begin to show on my screen, I have to start putting them inside here. But before I go, don't forget, for me to be able to see what is happening here, to see it in the browser, I've installed an extension yesterday. If you need a refresher on that, please check the video on the group. I explained again in detail how to install the extension called Live Server. So it will give you this button here, down below here, Go Live. So when you click this button, Go Live, it will open a browser window for you where you can see whatever it is that you are putting in your HTML file here. You can see it on the screen on this side. Okay, so it is coming up. I'll be closing that one. Oh, I've mistakenly closed it. So assuming you mistakenly closed it and it was not you did not want to close it, it was just unintentional. How do you get it back? You come back to this port 5500. You will not see Go Live again. Go Live has changed to port 5500. So you click on this port. What will it do? It will close it, then give you the option of Go Live again. So you can just click it again, and then you will wait for it to load. While that one is happening, remember that we said yesterday that title tag is what we use to specify the title of the page. For example, if I want my page here to be carrying this name, WhatsApp, all I have to do is come here and put WhatsApp there. WhatsApp there. And once I save it, I will be able to see WhatsApp also on the tab of my browser page. Isn't that cool? Okay, and after that, let's talk about um, linking our CSS file. Okay, before we link, let's try and put something in the CSS. Okay, before we put something in CSS, let's put something in our HTML first. So I talk about P tag, which is for paragraph tag. Once you type P, VS Code will list up options for you. So just press tab and you will have paragraph tag. Paragraph tags are used to create text that are like there are plenty. They are not just one line like heading. No, they are like body of text, maybe 3 sentences, 4 sentences, or a block of text that has several lines. So we use them for paragraph tags. They are usually small text. But if your text will be like the header, maybe 1 line or 2 lines that you want to be the header, you use H tag for those ones. So for this paragraph tag, you can just say this is a paragraph tag. All these ones are refresher to yesterday. If you have watched the video, you will have no problem with all these things I'm doing at all. We are going into new things today. I want to be sure that I fulfill the promise of yesterday by going over all these things again. So this is a paragraph. And my screen is blurry. Somebody said my screen is blurry. Oh boy, why is it blurry? Could it be network? Your background is blurry. Background? I can hear you. Background is blurry. Okay. I guess people are saying different times, different location of this program. So because you are joining at different time, you are seeing different things at different time. So it's possible that you are seeing a blurry screen right now. Don't worry, it will soon be clear. Don't worry, it will soon be clear. I can see the message people are sending in that it is not the same. So please, if you can see the screen right now, and you are seeing it very, very clearly, let me know in the chat box that you are seeing the screen right now. I'll be coming back to see our response in the chat box that you can see the screen and the screen is doing fine. Okay, let me continue talking while I wait for that. Apart from paragraph tag, we talk about H1 to H6. So H1 is an header tag, and if you just type H1, you can press tab, and then VS Code will give you the opening tag. This is the opening here. Opening is the one that is on the left. The one on the right is the closing. So when you open, you must close. The law of life is open and close. In HTML, you must open and you must close. Like body here now, body is opened here, and then it is closed right here. When you want to close it, just put slash before the word, before the tag, then it will close it for you. Okay, it will close. The screen is clear. Thank you so much, Thomas Adebayo. Thank you so much. Okay, you can see the screen, but you will increase the quality from your end. Oh, that's true. Yes, if it's blurry, you can increase the quality of what is coming to you. YouTube has automatically reduced this something. You can increase the quality by clicking on, I think there is this setting icon that you click, and then you click on 760 or 1080 pixels. Thank you so much. That is what you do. Okay, let's move on. So H1, I told us there are 6 types of header tags. We have from H1 to H6, and H1, let's say H1 is the biggest, followed by H2. So I'm going just to pick the H6, which is the last one and the smallest one. Once you type H6, press tab and put anything inside. It will be the smallest header tag you will have. Okay, it will be the smallest tag that you will have. Increase the quality from my end. No. You know, I'm streaming. I cannot increase the quality from this end so that we don't get stuck. All right. So biggest and smallest. Now let me go to style now and try and style those ones. We talked about those ones yesterday. We are moving forward today, but let's quickly reiterate what we did yesterday. For me to be able to style, if I want to style this paragraph, the name of this paragraph is P. Is P I used to create it. So I'll pick that P in my CSS file like this. Then I will use curly brace. I've explained curly brace in the video, and then you are seeing it on the screen too. Shift of that button will give you, let me do it again. Shift and this button will give you this curly brace you are seeing. It's called curly braces. So you open, And then let's say I want to give it a color. So I want to give it a color equal to red. The equal to, take note that it is colon. So color colon red means it will look for anywhere you can see p tag, and whatever is within that p tag is going to make the text color to become red. So let's see our browser and see how it is looking. Let's see our browser and see how it's looking. It is not showing, and I've saved it, and it is not showing on the screen because I have not linked my HTML with my CSS. We did that today, but I'm going to do it again now. If you want to link your CSS with your HTML, you do it inside the head tag. This is the opening head tag. This is the closing. So anywhere in between the two, you can do your linking. I'm going to be doing the linking right under the head here. How do we link? We use the word link to link. Link is for linking. So I will say link, L-I-N-K. And as you begin to type L-I-N-K, it gives you some options here. Some options here. And the one you are going to pick is link CSS. So when you pick link CSS, it automatically generates this one for you. And then without any problem, you'll be able to see your style on the screen. Because why will you be able to see it? The name of your CSS file here, which is style.css, is the same name that is going to generate. Assuming I use a different name here, let's say I use cascaded here, I will not see it on the screen. So I have to change the name here to whatever name that I use for my style for it to show up on the screen. I believe that settles it. And apart from color, what else can we do? We can also increase the size. I told us this one yesterday. Once you begin to type, it will give you the option font size. Font size, let's say I want the font size to be 30 pixels. We use pixels as unit of measurement in web development. There are other units of measurement too, but for now, you will be fine with pixels. After you are familiar with pixels, maybe by next week, I'll start introducing other units of measurement. And if I see that you are you have grown before that time, don't worry, I will introduce it before that time. So font size 30 pixels, and you are seeing that it's showing up on the screen. That was where we stopped yesterday because of network. So that's a recap. In 15 minutes, we have been able to cover the introduction to what we did yesterday, plus the fact that I've already dropped a video on VS Code installation and live server extension on the group. Today, we are going to move into how can we bring in an image into our screen. How can we bring in an image into our screen? Now, there are images that we are going to be using in this project, and I've created them. I have a link for them. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. So after this video, just go and pick the link, and then pick the link and get the images onto your phone. So I'm going to show you now how you are going to save the images onto your system. Okay, the link, I'm going to be getting the link right now. I'm getting the link, and I'm going to be pasting it here in a new browser. And I hope you are seeing that new browser there. Okay, the new browser is not showing. The new browser is not showing. Okay, let me see if I can create a new browser. Create a new browser. Okay. Okay, training front end. This one. Let's change this one. Okay, I'm coming. I want to see if I can be able to give you. Yes, I can give you now. I can give you now. Please bear with me. Okay, that is the new screen, and we are there already. So I want to use this tab to show you how to get the images that you will be using for this project. The link is in the description. I'm going to paste the link here right now, and once I paste it, I press enter. It's going to open for me. It is going to open for you. To have given everybody access. The file is available for downloading. It's available for downloading. So this is the folder. It's going to open. These are all the images that we'll be using in our project here. So I want to use some of them to create. I want to use some of them to create this this image that I wanted to show us. Okay. I want to be sure that, okay, it's coming. It's still coming up. It's still coming up. Right now, I want to see this. I want to be sure that it's opening up widely now. Is it wide enough? I hope it's wide enough. To be able to download, I will just come to, this is a folder. I want to download it. So I will click on, I'm looking for downloading. I'm looking for downloading. Where is downloading button here? I can't find the download button. I can't find the download button. But these are the images that we'll be using, and the link will be in the description for us. How will I forget where the download button is? Can you imagine? Okay. Okay, there is something here. Mixed with, no, it's not. I can't find it. Okay, let's leave it. Let's leave it. Let me use an image on my system. Let me use an image from my system. I'll use an image from my system so that we can move forward. Use an image from my system. Okay. Now, to be able to use an image from your system, you come back to this place, to this sidebar. You create a folder. You create a folder here. Okay, no, it's not on the group. It's in the description of the video. The link to the images is not in the WhatsApp group. It's in the description of this video. So you will find it after done, or if you can find it there now. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing what you are seeing. If you can find it in the description of the video, you will find it there. Okay, so now I'm going to create another folder. Okay, now you see this one is what we have used to create this two. But now I'm going to be using this second one now. It's called new folder. So I will click on it to create a new folder. I'll call it images. I'll press enter. And this way I'll be storing all the images I'll be using in my project. So let me go to where my images are and bring in something. Let me bring an image. I have some images here. I want you to see how I'm dragging them. So let me show you. I'll switch this. Okay, yeah, that one and VS Code. Okay, so you can see the folder containing some image. These are images. So if I want them in my project, I just move them from here like this, drag them, and bring them into the images folder before I drop them. Once I drop, it stays here like that. I can bring another one from here, and then it's not coming. Okay, it's coming now. Bring it another one, bring it onto the VS Code, drop it on the images. I will not drop it here. No, I will drop it. I'm not sure my cursor is on the images folder, and then I will drop it. Then it has become 2. So let me drop one more. I'm dropping one more now, making the 3rd one. So I have 3 images now in my images folder. That one will do for now. When we start doing our project, we will find we'll use our normal images to be able to run things. Okay, now we have 3 images here in my images folder. That's how we do things. We try and keep things organized in web development so that we don't get overwhelmed. We use folders to arrange our stuff. Now, I want to bring in one of these images onto the screen. First of all, let me change the name. I want the name to be just one name instead of component space 3. I don't want space to be in between the name. So I will do component -3. I'll press enter. I've changed the name like that. This one is fine because there is no space in between the name, but this one is not fine. I'm going to rename it also. Just right click and choose rename. I'll click that one and put -in between. Press enter. I've renamed all the images so that their names are single name without any space in between. That one will help me not to make mistake when typing them. How do we bring in image? We use what we call the image tag. We use the image tag, img. img is the image tag. Don't forget, we use P for paragraph, H1 for header, H6 for another header, but the smallest header. Now we use image to bring in image onto our web page. We use img tag. Once you type img, it will give you a lot of options like this, but essentially the first one is what you pick. So just click on this one like this. When you pick on this one, it's going to give you two options. You are supposed to set two things for your image. The first one you are setting is this src. What do you think src stands for? src stands for source. Thank you for those that got it. src stands for source. So you are going to set your source. Source means where is that file? Where can we see it? That's the meaning of source. Then you are going to set alt. What's the meaning of alt? Alt means if your image cannot show, what should I show as an alternative? Source means if your image cannot show, what should I show as an alternative? So you normally put text here that the browser will use to show if our images cannot show. So let's start with the source. How do I get my source here? Don't forget, the image is inside the image folder here, in the same folder that they are all in. So because they are all in the same folder, we are going to start with /. If they are in the same folder, like now, this image folder now is in the same folder with my index.html and style. That was why we created this images folder in the first place, so that it can be in the same folder with our files that we are working with, and we'll be able to use /. So let me do it again, /. And when you do that, it gives you everything that is inside the current folder, which is the training folder here. So everything inside this training folder is what it will show you. You will now choose where your images is. My image that I want to use is inside images folder. So I will pick images. Then once you pick that, it will tell you the images that are already inside images, which are 3 already. So I just need to pick one of them. So let me pick this one. And once you do that and you save, you should be able to see it on the screen already. Can you see it is very big? We are going to work on that one right now. But before we go to work on that one, let's see the alt. Alt means a text that will show if the image cannot display. Right now, the image is displaying, so the alt will not work. But it is a good practice as a web developer to always put alt in your images, because sometimes browsers that your user will use may not open some images. So the browser for this one, the alt for this one will be, let me call it navbar image. Just something to just show, to just give an idea of what the image will look like. If you have been browsing before and you have been seeing this, something like that, this is how it was coded. They put it inside this alt so that it can show. Now, our image is so big and it is making things uncomfortable for us on the screen. What do? We pick the image tag and then we go to style to go and style it. We want to style it now, so I will pick img. As I pick img, I will open my curly braces like that. And then as I open my curly braces, I'm going to now type. There is an attribute called width. With width, you can specify how wide. Wide is from left to right. How wide do you want it to be? So let me say I want it to be 200 pixels. I will save. And this is the width of 200 pixels that you are seeing. Now you can see how CSS is helping you to arrange your screen very well. CSS is helping you to arrange your screen very well. Please, if there is any problem, please drop me a WhatsApp message. Drop me a WhatsApp message. Drop me a WhatsApp message. No. You are not supposed to be doing it as the class is going on. Please. You're supposed to be doing, you're supposed to you're supposed to watch it. Make sure you understand what I'm doing so that when you are practicing it, you will understand too. My browser is not showing when. Okay, maybe it was because you are watching in the past. People that are watching now will know that they should be able to see. You can't see the image screen. You can't see the image screen. Yes. Oh, don't worry. We have left that side. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Just open any folder with images and then drag it onto your VS Code. Just open any folder with images and then drag it to to our VS Code. You'll be fine. Okay. All right. I believe the browser should be showing now, because somebody is saying the browser is not showing. All right, let me assume that it's showing. If there is any serious issue, please drop it on WhatsApp. If browser sound, I'm going to check it. Apart from width, we can also check the height also. We can also set the height. Wow, it's only my VS Code that is showing. So sorry about that. Let me quickly check. Okay. Thank you for that. My VS Code. Okay. Sorry. Thank you so much. I've set it. Now it should be coming up on your screen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, let's go. Thank you, Joseph. Okay. Now, apart from width, we can also set the height. We can also set the height of the image. So let's say I want the height to just be let's say 300 pixel. I will save it, and then this is the height of 300 pixel. You can see that the height is too much. It's making the image look somehow. So let me reduce it to 150. Control S, and then it looks like this. And this is how I'm going to be leaving it. So we have been able to successfully bring image onto our file. We have been able to style it using width and height. What else can we do? There are thousands of things you can use in CSS to style things. Let me give you another one. This other one is called the border. If I want this image now to have border, what do? I just come here and I type border. But there are different types of border. Which type of border are you looking for? Is it border bottom, or border color you want to set, or border top you want to set, or border left, or border width? Let's start with border top. Let me just pick border top. Border top is what I want to pick. Border top. Border top means it will only appear on top alone. It will not appear by the sides, and it will not appear at the bottom. It's only at the top. So border top, let's pick it 3 pixels. 3 pixels should be visible enough, right? 3 pixels. Then you pick the color too. Border color. Border color. Don't forget to put this one at the back of every line. Border color. Border color. I'll pick border color. Let's say the border color I want it to be. What color will show here very well? Let me show. Let me use this one. Okay, this is border color. It's not coming. Okay, I have not picked it. Let me pick border color of red. Border color red. Save. It's still not coming. Why is it not coming? Okay, there's actually a shortcut that you can use to prevent yourself from facing all this kind of issue. You've set border color separately, set border top separately. That shortcut is what we can now use. So let me show you the shortcut. Here, you say border alone. Just put border like this, and then you say 3 pixel solid, and then the color 3 pixel solid red. And once you do that, you will have, I'll take this one away through comment. I will save it now so that we can now see the border on the screen. Assuming I want this border only on the top, I don't want it by the side. Instead of using border here, I will say border top. Border top. Save it. The border will only appear on the top. The border will only appear on the top. At the top of the image. It will not appear elsewhere again. If I want it by the side, there is border left too. Border left. Once you put border left and save it, the border will now be appearing on the left hand side. It will be appearing on the left hand side of the image and not at the top again, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to leave it as just border so that we can know that one. All right. Yesterday, I told us about what we call line break. We are going to be using it in our project, line break. And the work of line break is to create lines, is to create extra spaces underneath. For example, you see this paragraph tag here, and you see this biggest. They are under each other, right? They are under each other here. If I want to put a lot of space between paragraph and biggest, I cannot achieve it by just coming here and pressing enter. No, I will not achieve that. It will not. By the time I save it now, it will be the same thing. It will not show on the screen like that. It will not show like that. What we use to create gap is what we call line break. And to be able to do line break, just type BR. When you type BR, oh, it's not going to give me, it's not going to give me, it's not going to give me, it's not going to give me. It's not going to give me. Okay. To be able to, let me see. It's giving me, yes, it's giving me now. It's giving me now. Sorry about that. It was the system overload. It was trying to send things to you guys watching. So just type BR and then it will give you this. Once you see this image here, that means it understand the code you are trying to write, and then it is going to complete it for you. After you type, just tab. So you save it. When you save it, it goes down. Let's say I want it again. I go down and I type BR again, press tab again, and then save it, and then you see that it goes down the more. So the more you begin to include it, it will keep going down and keep going down and keep going down like that. That is the work of line break. Yesterday also we talked about comment. This line here is called what? What is this line? Is it part of our code? Will it show in our code? Thank you. I heard the voice of someone that said no, it will not show. Why will it not show? Number one, the color is different. The color is green. The second reason is because it is a comment. And how do I know that it's a comment? It starts with this less than sign, with an exclamation, then minus minus, then it ends with that same minus minus and greater than sign. Whatever I put here is a comment. Why do we put comment inside our code? We put comment to help us know when we are reading it. Okay, what do I put in this section? What do I put in this section? I will know that this is a source of an image, something like that. So you put comment in your image. So this is how comment look like. Please jot it down. It may come out as a question. All right. Yesterday also we talked about divs, and I said div is one of those tags that you will not see on the screen. You will not see it on the screen, but you can use it to wrap things together. So let's say I want to create a div now. I just type div and I press tab. It will create the div for me. Let me create this div. I put one here. Let me create another div. I press tab. I put 2 here. Div there, div here, 1 and 2. Okay, I will save. What am I seeing? You see that the div itself is not showing. It's just 1 and 2 that is showing. Okay, how do I make the div look like a container? I'll come to this place, style.css, and then I want to style my div. So I will press div and then I will open the curly brace as usual. What do I want to set first? Let me set the width. I will set the width to be, let's say, 50 pixels. Save it and set the height to be 50 pixels also. Height 50 pixels also. I will save it. So each of them will be having, each of those divs, we have 2 divs there. So this one is 50 by 50, while this one too is 50 by 50 now. But I still can't see them. So let me put border there. Don't forget to do border. There's a shortcut. Just type border here. And once you type the border, you will be able to put the size of the border. Let's say I want this one to be 7 pixels. I want it to be dashed instead of solid. You can make it dashed and then make it blue. So when you save it, this is what you will be having now. This is what you will be having. You are having a div with 1 and 2, and it has created some other ones down below. Don't worry about that one for now. We are going to talk about it later. But for now, just understand that you can specify, instead of using 7 here, now if I use 3 pixels, it becomes smaller like this. Okay, instead of using dashed here, I could have used dotted too. Dotted, and then I saved, and then it becomes this dotted that you are seeing here. So you can use a lot of all this all this style to change how your things look. And instead of blue, of course, you can change color. You can move the slider to up or down. And when you see a color when you are in the zone that you like, let's say you want this zone, you can come inside there and pick any color you want, anywhere you want. Let's say I want this one, and that's the color that is going to show up on my as the border of my application. So I'm going to save it. Let me see. There's an error coming up, so I'm going to delete that. The error is supposed to look like that. Okay, save it, and then the color is going to change to that. I believe that is enough for div for now. Let's talk about background color. We have not used background color since. Let's do background color. There are 3 types of background color. There is a background color that you use and it will be single color all through. For example, let's do it to this paragraph tag, which is the one on top. Let me put one background color there. Background color. As you begin to type back, it will give you the background color there. So you just select it. And then let's say I want the background color of this one. Which background color will show well under red? Let me say black. I can put black straight and save it. And then I will see this one there. So that is a background color of a single color. Okay, let me make this paragraph to become taller and to become taller. If I want it to become taller, I will set the height and let me set it to 100 pixels. Save it, and then it is this height. Okay, this is a background of only one color. What do I do if I want to do 2 colors? I want them to have 2 colors inside the background. What do I do? So I come here. Let me use which one now? Let me use H2. We have H2, right? Yes, we have H2 on our, we have H1. Yes, we have H1 on in our HTML. Let's use H1 now. H1. I'll pick H1. Remember, to be able to pick a particular element on the screen, which is in your HTML tag, in your HTML file, just pick the tag name, which is H1. And then when you pick that H1, you open your curly brace as we have been doing. The first thing I want to do is to set the height of this one. HEIGHT is the height. Let me set the height to 100 pixels as well. And then I want to set border for it. Let me set the border to 3 pixel solid, 3 pixel solid salmon, 3 pixel solid salmon. I'm going to save that so that I can see. Okay, this is my H1 now. You are seeing it. I want to now put background of 2 colors. There are 2 ways to do it. The first one is this. We have what we call linear gradient. Linear gradient. The other one is called radial gradient. Linear gradient looks like this. Linear gradient. And radial gradient looks like this. Radial gradient. So once you remember the name, you don't need to remember how to actually write it. With VS Code, it will help you to bring out, because right now, even me myself, it's when I begin to type it that I will see, okay, yes, it's true, it's correct this way. It's not as if all the code is in my head, but I know what to type to be able to get what I need. So I want to use, let's start with linear gradient. I want to start with linear gradient. You instead of writing background color, remember that here we use background color here. We use background color here. So instead of using background color, you are going to be using ordinary background like that. When you do background like that, make sure you put your colon that you want to define what the background will look like. And then the next word you do is to start typing linear. As you type LIN, it will suggest that perhaps you want to do linear gradient. So you do linear gradient. You click it like this. And then just type red and blue and save it. Once you save it, you will see it on the screen. Red on top, blue below. Red on top, blue below. So what if I want it to move from left to right instead of top to bottom? I want it to move from left to right. I think this color is beautiful, right? I'm not very good with graphics. I don't know. People that know graphics will know how to combine the colors and come out with something beautiful. So if you are very, very good with graphics, there is a field in front-end development for you called UI UX. They use graphics there a lot, and they are the one that design what we now build. Okay, so you don't need to worry. If you are not good with graphics, you don't have to be good with graphics. I'm not good with graphics, but I'm good with development. Okay, assuming I want it to come from left to right instead of top to bottom, what do? At the beginning here, I will type to, and I will say to right. I will type to right like that and save it. That's gone. Why? Why? Why is it gone? Let's do it this way. So to write, okay, I've seen my mistake. I'm supposed to put comma there. To write, comma, then the first color is red, comma, then the last color is blue. And then I will save it, and then you should be able to see it on the screen now. It's coming from left to right now. Let me use H2. Let's add H2 here so that you can see the difference very well. H2, semi big header. Save it. So I want to pick H2 now to demonstrate another thing. H2. In this H2, let's set the height to also 100 pixel. 100 pixel is a unit of measurement. It's writing outside. So you cut it, you open this one, and you paste it here. Height 100 pixel. Let's put border top. Okay, let me just put border 3 pixel. Okay, the same thing, but I'm not ready for this one. 3 pixel solid salmon. Save it so that we can see semi big header on the screen displays. I want to demonstrate how you can change seeing messages. It's like something is not showing again. What's not showing? Nothing. Okay, thank you. It's not from us. Okay, it's not from us. Okay. So I want to demonstrate as you have to write here. If I save this one now, you are going to be seeing the same thing. But let's say I want it to come from right to left. I'll just change it to left. Can you see that it's very easy? Once you know one, you can easily guess what the other one will be. You can easily guess. So it's not only 2 colors that this thing is limited to. Assuming we want it to go beyond 2 colors, let's try and add one more. Will it work or not? I don't know. Let's test it. So red, blue, let's add green, and then we save. And then we are seeing red, blue, and green. Linear gradient is what we are doing. Everything will move linear. It's also possible to move from top left corner down to the top right corner. So it will look diagonally like this. That one is also possible. Maybe that's your assignment. Go and find out. What are you going to put here? That will make it to be able to move from top left, down to the corner like this. If you cannot get it tomorrow, ask me on the group. I will tell you. But I really want you to find out. Try and search on Google. What can you use to replace this one, so for you to get that diagonal dimension? Now that is linear gradient. I'm going to comment it out, and I'm going to use it for another thing. How do I comment it out? I will hold Control down, and then I will press /. It will comment it out. It will not be there again. So once I save it, the system will not be able to read it because it's a comment. Comment in CSS starts with this. Comment in HTML starts with this one. Can you see the difference now? There are different ways to write comment in both cases, but you can make comment the same way. If I want to make a comment in CSS and HTML, it's the same way. Just click on the line that you want to make to become a comment. Hold down your Control key and press /, and then it becomes a comment immediately. So I want them to be free so that we can now use the third one, which is called radial gradient, which is this one here. This one here is what we want to use now. How do we use it? Let's start with this one. Background, of course, instead of background color. Remember, we use background color because we wanted only one color here. Background color for only one color. But if you want multiple color and you want to do all this paparazzi there, you need to use only background. Okay, background. Now, after writing background, the next thing I'm putting out is what? Let me wait for you. What is it? Okay, I'll tell you. Thank you, you got it right. Colon. You must put colon like that. Then I want to use radial gradient. So you just begin to type the word. As you begin to type it, it will bring out this one. You click it, and then you can have a lot of options. So let's see. Let me select this option to start with. These are the colors that will be inside the gradient. We are going to see red, blue, and green in a circular fashion. So let me save it, and then you are seeing it now. Red, blue, and green. So assuming you want more colors to happen, it is also possible to happen like that. If you don't want this green, you want to change this green, you can come into this place and change it. Maybe you don't want that shade of green. You want a lighter shade of green, just come here. You don't need to know the name. Once you put your mouse over the color, it will open this box for you. Let me do it again. Just put your mouse over the color. You don't need to click. Just put your mouse over it. It will open the box of color for you. Then you can move the slider here to wherever you want. And then once you are okay with whatever it is that you are seeing, you can also use this one and smoothen it out however you want it. And then when you are okay, you can now come here and select any color that you want. Each of these spots that you are clicking, they are showing different color, and this is their code that is on top here. So you are not limited. You don't need to remember any code from your head. Using the right tool, this VS Code, and knowing how to use it well, your life will be very easy. You'll be able to do a lot, honestly. So you save, and then this is what we are having. Can you see how it's looking out on the screen? And you might be wondering, how did we achieve this one? It's just by using this single line of code, radial gradient. Okay, let's do it for this other one too. Background. Instead of background color, we'll be using background. Okay, background. And then I'll be using radial gradients as usual. So I'm going to click it, and then I'm going to change another color. Let me use this one here. Okay. Instead of red here, let's make it yellow. Yellow. And instead of okay, let's leave that dark green there. So why is this one here? There are actually two ways to write a color. You can write the color like this, or you pick up the code of the color. For example, this one that is black now, for example here, this black, let me show you where it is. I actually wrote it as black in style. I said the background color will be black here, but the code of this background color is the code of the background color is #000. This is the code that will give me black color. I can make it 6, but since it's the same thing, we normally use 3. So let me change it now so that you can see that there are codes for each of the color. #000. When you save it, it will still be black. If I change it to, how did we get it? Let me see the time. Okay, we still have 10 minutes. How did we get it? We have 6 of them actually. The first 2 represent red. The next 2 represent green, and the next 2 represent blue. So as it is 00 now, it means I'm not having any red, I'm not having any green, I'm not having any blue. So everything is 00. So it will be black. You know, black is the absence of color. Black in itself is not a color. Black means there is no color present. So if I want green alone, so it is red, green, blue. This is it. Red, green, blue. So the first 2 represent red. And this number will move from 0 to 9, then A to F. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then A, B, C, D, E. F. F is the final. From 0 to F, like that, hexadecimal. So let's say I want to now, I want to turn on red in this place now. Let me turn on red to the highest red that we have. The highest red is FF. I'll put FF here. And then that is red alone, showing up as the background of this thing. If I want to turn on green alone, let me restore the red. I want to bring up green. So just close the 0 at the middle and put highest green that you can have there. Save it, and then it will become green. So that's how they form the code. But just like I said, you don't need to remember any of this code. Just come to your slider here. Once you put your mouse on any color, it will give you this color box. As you are seeing this color box, you can click anywhere, and then the code is already on top here for you. If you want to use the code, you'll be fine with that. Okay. we have been able to cover. How many minutes do I have left for this section? Okay, let's see. I want us to work on our project for like 30 minutes before we close today, and then we are still going to have our quiz today too. So today we have talked about a lot of other properties here, apart from the ones we talked about yesterday. Let's look at what we call over state. Over state means when you bring your mouse over the system and you move your mouse over a particular element, what will happen? That's the meaning of over. Over. So I'm hovering over this one now. Nothing is happening because I have not stated it. If I want something to happen, I will pick the name of this thing inside my HTML, which is H2. Which one is H2? No, this one is H1, right? This one is H1, and this one is H2. So I'm going to pick H1 because I want to do something to this one. So let me pick H1. And then because I want to do something about over, I will put colon like this and type over there. This one is a bit different from this one that we wrote here. Here we just said H1, we open the curly brace. But here I'm adding a colon and I'm putting over there to show that I want to attack the over portion of this H1. So when I over on it, what will happen? Let me just open the curly brace and I will say, okay, when I over on this thing, I want to change the text color here from black to white. I want it to become white when I over on it just with my mouse. I don't need to click. So I'll press enter to be able to write something there and I will say color white. Color white. And once you do that, you save it. Then you are ready to go and test now. How do we test? Bring your mouse over and then as you bring it on it, you will see that it changes to white. Bring it away, then bring it over, bring it away, bring it over. So you can do a lot of things. You can say the background. The background will become. You can change the order of color in the background. You can say instead of having that one that we add there, you can switch the colors. Just switch the colors. Radial gray. Okay, say this time around, say you want to use linear. Once you put your mouse over it, you want to use linear gradient. So you want to use linear gradient. Let's just say red, blue, and green. Red, blue, green. Save it. So as you are moving your mouse over now, it changes to this one. Move it away, it goes away. Then move it in, then it comes in. So you have used, just because you added this over state to it. So we use this one to show what do we want to happen when you put your mouse on something on the web page. What do you want to happen? We call it over. I will not take us deeper than this today so that we will not get a lot confused. But I believe that this little that we are adding every day to ourselves, by the time we finish this training at the end of 1 month, honestly, we will become a coding ninja. All right, we become a coding ninja. Let me just do a quick recap of everything we have talked about in the training today. We talked about, we re-emphasized our H1 tag, we re-emphasized our P tags, we re-emphasized line break, and we established that we cannot actually create spaces on the website without using this line break. Putting spaces in your editor will not reflect in your browser like that. No. If you want more space, then you use line break like this. We also emphasize the meaning of comment, why we use them, and how to write them. Okay. Somebody's saying you can't put image into the images folder. Don't worry, I'm coming back there. Then we went to image now. We went to image. I hope you know that you're supposed to be watching this thing. Just be looking at it. You don't go away. By the time you take your eyes away trying to keep up with what I'm doing, what will happen is that you will miss something that I have done. You will miss something that I have said, and then it will be an issue eventually. So please make sure you are watching it, and after I'm done, you can now begin to do yours. Whoever is submitting, Training prefects are not submitting anything today. I mean, you are supposed to submit. You have till tomorrow afternoon till you submit. It doesn't have to be today. You can submit between now and tomorrow afternoon before we have the next class. So there is no pressure at all, please. No pressure at all. Now we went to image, and I said, first of all, we need to get the images inside our images folder. So I created a folder called images by using this second button here, new folder. You create images. This one was used for creating file. So this one for images folder. And then we dragged some images from our system. Just drag them in like this. As you are dragging them, you can see how they are showing now. It will be showing like this for you. You don't release it. I'm still holding it, bringing it everywhere. And then you bring it into your image folder like this. Once you pick it there, you can drop it on this one. If you don't look at it when I'm doing this one, you are likely not to be able to get it. So please keep on looking at the screen and keep on learning it. Then when I'm done, you'll be ready to practice it. Okay, and the video will still be available if you still need to go back and watch it again. So I've already dropped it before, so I'm not going to drop it again. Let me pick another image from my folder. Just open one of your folders, bring in the image, and then put it right here. Once you place it on top of the folder images, it will show this kind of gray something under or on it to show that, okay, if you drop it now, it's going to be inside the images folder, and then that will set to it. Then we also talk about div, that we normally use div to wrap things. For example, now I can use div to wrap this h1, h2, and h6. I will say div here. Then it has given me opening and closing. I will carry the closing one, cut it away, Ctrl X, and then paste it at the back here, so that I've used that div to wrap them. I wrap them together, so I can treat them as a single entity. You will see that as we move on forward. Don't worry too much about whatever it is I have not said. Don't worry about it. If you have questions about it, ask, I will respond. But if I have not said it, we will say it. I'm trying not to make it as cumbersome so that you will not run away. I don't want you to run away. Okay. Funny enough, whatever it is that if you are feeling overwhelmed right now, I was exactly in your position about 2 years ago. I was a teacher. I taught in primary school. I taught in secondary school. In secondary school, I taught physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics. I taught agri-science and business studies. I taught some economics at some point also. Now, I left teaching for this job. And when I came in, it was this overwhelming also. Everything was looking like difficult, but with persistence and then with the help of God, I was able to overcome it. You too can overcome it with persistence. Be persistent about it and trust God to help you. All right. And then we said for our image, to be able to use image, we use img tag. And then once you use the img tag, it's going to give you the src. Let me do it again. Img, just press tab. It's going to give you automatically src and alt. Alt means the message you want to display before, if the image cannot be displayed by the browser. Maybe the browser is sick, or the browser is not available, or the browser has traveled. So which image should be used? You will put it in alt. And source represent where your image is stored. In our own case, it's stored in .. Once you do that, it gives you this line, these three things automatically. I will pick the images folder, and then I will now pick the image that I want on my screen. Then we have been able to style whatever image that we put on our screen by using, we're able to style it by using our style tag. We came here and we picked the image and we specified the width and the height of that image. Okay, that is all we are going to be having on our training for today. Right now, let's look at the project that we are going to be building and let's try to do something in it. We have stayed for so long without doing anything. Let's go there. The project. Let me see. Let me find the link. I already showed this one to some people last week. Was it last week? Yes, I already showed it to some people last week. Press enter. You press enter, and then let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll be showing you the screen in a moment. I'll be showing you the screen in a moment. Let me see. Okay. Okay, it's opening. And that is VS Code and browser. Okay. Please, if you can see the project that we are building on the screen, kindly let me know in the chat that you can see the. Let me see in the chat that you are seeing what somebody said is quite overwhelming, but I'm explanatory. Don't worry. Take it a step at a time. Don't think of everything. Just think of one item alone. Just think of one thing at a time. As I'm showing you, one thing at a time. Everything I've shown you today, honestly, if you go back to it, you can learn everything today. That's why I'm bringing it little by little. You can learn everything today that you will know it very well. In fact, you can even write it in your sleep. Paragraph tag, how to style it, width and height. You can do all those ones in your sleep. Please, if you can see the project, let me know. You can see the project. Somebody said it wasn't here yesterday. I'm so sorry about that. A video is dropped on the group. Maybe I will quote it again after the training. You can use that video to catch up for what we did yesterday. With that video, you will know what we did yesterday. Yes, you'll be able to do that. I want to know if people can see if they can see the project that we are working on. Okay, because I want to use it to explain. You can please send me a chat. Go. Thank you so much. Somebody said you can see, give your workout a new style. So that is what I'm showing. That's the window I want us to see. Now, if we want to do just a small thing inside this project today, we want to do a small thing. That small thing is, we are going to look at which segment can we do something about. Okay, I think this first segment, we should be able to do something about this segment. Don't worry, all these images, the link to them is in the description of this video, and maybe I will still drop it on the group, I'm not sure. But it's in the description of this video. Once this video finishes now, check the description, or if you can see it right now as I'm talking, it's there. But don't worry, don't take your eyes away from what we are doing. the image is there. So you click it and then you will download it and put them on your machine. So all these images are there for you. You don't need to worry about how to get them. We just talk about how do we arrange them, how do we get all these icons and all the rest. A lot of beautiful things. Let's pick this first segment here, where you are seeing this pink color and there's one white at the center here. Can you see this white at the center? Let me try and bring my pencil out and see if I can show you. Can you see that there is a white something around here, and then surrounding it is like a pink color? How did they get that? Can you guess how? You can guess how already because we did it today. Yes, Esther Opoluwa, you are waiting till tomorrow to submit. You don't have to submit today. This project, we are doing a little portion of the project every day until the end of our training. So we want to do a small part today. And then that small part is what I'm expecting the training prefect to also replicate on their own and then screenshot it and send it to me. As simple as that. We are going to do a small part of this thing we are seeing today, and I will expect that the training prefect will do the same and then send it to me. That one is compulsory for them. But for other viewers, please, I will encourage you to please try and practice all these things that we are doing on your own so that you can become a master at the end of the day. All right, let's go. So the little that we want to do today is to create this pink that you are seeing. So this pink here, this pink color that has a white at the middle like this. That's what we want to do. So how do we do that? You might have guessed already because I've already done something like that today. I've already done, somebody is saying linear gradient. Is it linear gradient? You are almost correct, almost. Because by the time you check, you see that this thing is not lining, it's not linear. It's not actually linear, it is like circle. So anything that is circle, we use radius, radial gradient. Radial gradient. You can't see the color that I'm probably talking about. You can't see the color. Oh, there's a color on the screen. There's a color on the screen. Don't worry, you will get it. There's a color there. I'm seeing pink, and I'm seeing white. Okay, pink, and I'm seeing. Okay, you can see the pink color. Yes, the pink color. Then there's something whitish at the middle. There's something whitish at the middle. Now, how do we get something similar to this? We can tweak it later. So let's go to our VS Code now and try to get this background. Once we get this background for today, we are okay and we are good to go till tomorrow when we will do another thing. Okay, I'm going back to my VS Code now so that we can have, let me exit this one, so that we can have, okay, VS Code and browser. Okay, VS Code and browser. VS Code and the browser. So let me see. Now I need, since I'm done with my training now, let me just leave that one there. I need to bring in another folder because this folder here is for training. Can you see that training is there? I need another folder to bring in and open in VS Code. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create that folder elsewhere. I'll call it project. You need to have your own folder too. I'm going to call it project. I'm supposed to have created it inside SF. I can create it inside here. Let me create a folder here. No, so that you don't get confused. Let's create a new folder and call it web project or jumpstart project. A new folder, jumpstart. You should know how to create a folder by now. So if you cannot see the folder I'm creating, it's nothing different. I'm just creating a folder on my system. So jumpstart web. You will see it on my VS Code now when I bring it in. So don't panic. Everything is fine. So jumpstart web. I want to open this jumpstart web folder on my VS Code. What did I say we are going to do the last time? Okay, you got it right. I'm going to drag it from wherever it is and I'm bringing it on top of my VS Code like this. And once I bring it and I drop it, I'll be expecting VS Code to reload and open that folder for me. To open that folder for me in a moment. And then you are seeing Jumpstart Web right now. This is just a refresher again. You see that it's a new folder. Nothing is inside. So I'm going to be, this is the folder I'll be using now for every, I will not delete this one. I'll continue to work on it till the end of the program so that we can have something by the end of the day. The first file I will create, index.html. This one does not need explanation again. We have already talked about it. I will do my boilerplate code. And once I put that exclamation mark there, it's going to give me some options and then I will press tab. It's still loading. It's not coming up. This time it's busy. Okay, good. It's coming up now. Then I'll press tab and then I have the boilerplate code. Then I'll come back here and create the style.css. I'm fast now because I've already talked about it. There's no need to be slow about it again. I'll press enter for the style. Then the next thing I want to do is to link my HTML with my CSS. You already know that by now. You should know that by heart by now. So we'll come to our index.html and under the head tag, I want to do my link with CSS. So put link.css here, link.css something, and then everything is fine now. To be able to test it, whether it is working fine, I can click on this go live button to check what is happening on my screen. When I click it, it should start spinning up. It will spin up on the browser to the left. I hope we can see the browser onto the left. Let me see. I sincerely hope we can see the browser to the left. Yes, we can see the browser to the left. The browser is showing to the left and give out a worker style. Let me see if the thing has spun up already. Okay, it's coming up now. It is up. And that is where our project will be. So let me know. Let me see. I want to know if that one is showing. Okay. Okay, radial gradient. Thank you so much, everyone. Good, it's showing. Now that it's showing, I'm good to go. Now I have my, I now know that I'm seeing whatever I put here now, I'm seeing it on the screen. I'm going to call this title something. Don't forget I said whatever you put here is what is going to show at the title of your web project. So what should we call it? Let me call it e-commerce. E-commerce web application. E-commerce web application. Just save it and then the name will show up here like this. Can you see it now? E-commerce web application is showing for you there as your title. Title. Don't make mistake. It's title. We put that one inside title. All right, let's go on. We have already said everything that we want to show on the screen must happen inside the body. So how am I going to do it? I need something to come up here. It will have pink color surrounding and there will be white at the middle. There will be white at the middle. How do I do it? Let me use the normal thing that we normally use to create a box like that is div, and you have seen it before. We cannot use P because P is for text. We cannot use header tag H1 to H6, no, because they are for text also. They are for header text. We cannot use, but one of the things we can use is div. So once you type this div, you do like this, and then it gives you, just press tab, and then it gives you the opening and closing. So this will be your container for that particular section. Now, how do I do it? I will now say, let me just put something inside it. Let me say, this is the first part. Let me save it and see what is happening on the screen. So that is what's happening on the screen right now. Now, to be able to style it, what do? I will pick the div and go to my CSS and attempt to style it using the color that we have learned today. All right, let me see. To style, I'll pick the div. I will open my curly braces, press enter, and then begin to carve it out the way I want it. Because I want to use two colors, I will not be using background color. I'll be using this background. It's also possible to use background image. That means you want image to be the background of your container. That one is possible, but we are not covering it today because I don't want to overwhelm you. So let's go for background, and of course we'll begin to type radial because that thing that we are seeing there looks like radial, something here and then there's something in between there. So radial. As I begin to type radial gradient, it comes like this. So the first color that I'm going to be using is this color. Let me put circle here. And then the first color is hash FF523B. This color I have used it before, so that's why I know it offhand. You don't need to remember it offhand. If you just click on, you just come like this, pick any color you wanted, any color that appeal to you. Maybe you hate this color, no problem. You can use any color you want. Even for training prefect that are competing for our scholarship, you are free to use any color you want, any color that appeal to you. Use it here. I'm going to be picking the second color. Second color that I want to use is, the second color for this one is going to be white, actually, hash FFF. So when I save it, I'm going to be seeing something like this. It's not showing like it, but that's because it's not high enough. So let me make it high. This one is looking like the same thing. FFF white. Then it's going to look like this. Okay. If you notice something now, you will see that, okay, let me give it height so that I can tell you what I'm seeing. Let me give it height of 300 pixels. As we learn more, we are going to be changing this thing. What's wrong now with the height? The spelling. The spelling is not correct, so it does not know what it means. Or, yes, it's the spelling. So, I will backspace it. H-E-I-G-H-T. That's the correct spelling. I will save it, and then I'll be seeing this thing on the screen. Now, what are you saying? You are saying that instead of the pink to surround and the white to be at the middle, what we are seeing here is actually the white is surrounding the pink. So what do? I will switch their colors. Where I have this one, I will put white there, hash FFF for white, or if you like, you can write white. White, it will still work. White like this will work. So, and where I have this one, I'm going to switch it and put hash FF523B, FF523B. Then I'm going to save it now. I'm going to be seeing something that look like this. You will also notice that it is creating multiple of itself. It's creating multiple. So this is one, and this is another one, and this is another one. So as it's creating multiple of itself, we don't want that to happen. So there's something called background repeat that you are going to be pick. Okay, background repeat that you are going to set to none. So let me come here now and say background repeat. Just as you begin to type back, it's going to tell you. So background repeat, you can see background repeat here. One of the values you can have is none. None. That it should not, okay, no repeat. I'm saying no, I saw no repeat just now, no repeat, like this. So just type no repeat. And then when you save it, you are going to be having, no, it's not happening. It's not happening. Why? It's not happening. Background repeat is not happening. So it's not going to work for what we want to do. Now, there's actually a way to begin to do this thing that it will not be too overwhelming, and it will not give you a lot of problem in the future. This approach I'm using now may give us problem in the future, but I have to start this way because what we have learned so far is just background and radial gradient. What we have learned so far is linear gradient and all those ones so far. By the time, after like 1 week, we'll be able to do something better than this. We'll be able to write it in a better way that it will not give us problem in the future if we want to adjust them. Okay, what I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to leave it as it is, and we will know that today this is what we have been able to achieve, hopefully. And if one of the training prefects is able to submit something better than this, honestly, you are welcome. Thank you so much. We appreciate. Okay, right now we have our radial gradient, though it's repeating, but we are going to fix it. By tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow's class, we should be able to have a handle of this one. So now, let's remember that I said we are supposed to have images in this application. Let me use the remaining time to troubleshoot why I was not having image last time. Maybe network did not make me have the uploading button. So inside this place, I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to call the folder images. Images, just like that. And then I will attempt to bring in the image again from my drive. The link that I talked about that is in the description of this video is to a portion of my drive, and the drive has been given, you have been given access to it. Once you click it, it will take you to this place, to take you to the list of the files, and then your job is to download them and we save them on your computer. I think there is a network error on my side that is preventing me from seeing the download button. I cannot see the download button, and I saw it earlier today. I cannot find it now. Or am I not looking in the right way? Okay, instead of downloading it one by one like this, one by one. Okay. I remember now. I'm looking at the old view instead of to be going into the I want to download the old folder. I'm seeing each of the file that we have there. Okay, that is why. So let me see. How can you see? That means I will share a different link that will take you to the folder itself. So because to be able to download this one now, I just click on this 3 icon, and then there is download button for me. Let me see what you are seeing. Are you seeing? Yes, you are seeing my drive. Okay, but it's like it's half, right? It's half. It's halved. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Still not be able to do that. Okay, let's not do that today. Let's do that tomorrow. I will see if the link is not, you see, you cannot be downloading it one by one. No, you need to download it at once, at a go, just once. So instead of, this is it now. Okay, it's not. See this new playing trick on me. Okay, one selected. I've not selected any. All right, let's go. Let's do it tomorrow. Download is here. Once this is more is for one selected, the one that you have already selected, that one. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's download the images tomorrow, and if you can download it and you're by yourself, no problem. And maybe I will do a video about it and post it on the group again, so that we can have these images in our folder already by tomorrow. But don't worry about that, we will get it done. So today, what we are able to do on our project, is that we are able to achieve this linear gradient that we have here now. Tomorrow we'll continue to build on it. Already you know that they use image to bring this one in from our image folder. They use img tag to bring this one in, this Cosmos, they brought it in. And then we talk about this one tomorrow. How do we create this one? How do we line them up? Can we get how do we line them up tomorrow? Yes, we can get to how we line them up tomorrow. And then we see how to create this one. Like this one now, what do you think they used to create this one? Is it a peak tag or header tag? Which one? Let me see your comment in the comment section, in the chat. Please put your comment there. What did they use to create that that selection there? Then the one below it, what did they use to create it to? Those small text. What did they use to create it? So we are going to be doing those ones tomorrow. We continue on that one tomorrow. So it's going to be like this. We will have the first part where we talk about the training. Then we have another part where we work a little bit per day on our project that we are going to have finally. And then we will now close with a quiz that we are going to be starting now. If you have any question, I'm going to be leaving like 5 or 10 minutes after our quiz to attend to question. So please, any question you have, you may start dropping it in the chat box. As after like 20 minutes time, you start dropping it there. But right now, we want to go into our quiz. Are you ready for the quiz? If you are ready for the quiz, thank you for your response, Esther Kwelu Afolabi, P tag. For that one below, for the one below we use P tag, but for the one on top we use header tag, which is because it is big, so we use header tag for it. Are you ready for the quiz? Yes, thank you so much. Header tag, you guess. Yes, you guessed right. Fatudimu Samuel, header tag is correct for that first one, and then the next one is the paragraph tag. If you are ready for the quiz, I am ready for the quiz too. This quiz will cover everything that we have learned between yesterday and today. It's going to test our knowledge of the our knowledge of what we have learned so far. So let me start the quiz room. We are going to be entering the quiz room now so that we can see the winner for each we will see the winner for each question, and at the end of the whole question we are going to have the overall winner for today. Don't worry, there is no penalty for not winning today. If you don't win today, you're likely to win the next time, so no fret at all. There is no problem anywhere. You don't have anything to worry about. You are ready. Thank you so much. You are ready. Let's go. I am sending the link. I will be sending the link like in 1 minute's time. I just want to make sure that the room is ready before I drop the link so that you will be able to enter. I want to be sure that the room is ready before sharing the link. Okay. Once I give you the link, you click it. The question will be showing up on your phone. The question will show up on your phone, and you will be able to answer within 30 seconds. 30 seconds is the rule of the game. Okay. What else do I need? I also need to. Okay. I've sent the link into the chat box. I've sent the link there. Maybe I should pin it. Okay, I already have one thing pinned already. So just click it and start entering into the browser window and start entering into the quiz room. Sorry about that. Start entering into the quiz room so that we can try and test our understanding of the things that we have seen so far. Let me see what you are seeing. What are you seeing? You are seeing this one. I want. Okay, that's the only thing I want you to be seeing for now. There is no. So let me just come here and say quiz. I'm going to make it big now so that we can see the screen in its entirety. Please start joining, start coming in. We have 2 people already. Afolabi is inside. Jay is also inside. I'm trying to make sure that you can see the full screen. Thomas is also coming. Thank you so much for joining. You are ready for the challenge. Start browsing, start checking your notes now. Start checking your notes. Start checking your notes. Okay. Let's give people some seconds because some people are actually just hearing this portion. So let's give them like 1 or 2 minutes for them to come in before we start. Okay. Right now, you will begin to see the full screen. Yes. Yes, you are on the right screen. Afolabi Esther, you are on the right screen. You are seeing others are also joining. You are on the right screen. You're on the right screen. I'm also sharing that same screen with you guys now. We have 3 people in the quiz. Where are the rest? Are they afraid? Are they afraid? Where are the people? We have 3 people, just 3 right now out of 13. Others are still lagging behind. Please join the quiz. Don't run away at this quiz section. Don't run away at this quiz section. You can't just see the link. It's not on the WhatsApp. I put it inside the chat. Okay, let me put it on WhatsApp again. Let me put it on the WhatsApp. I put it in the chat of YouTube, but I'm going to be pasting it here now on the I'm going to paste it on our WhatsApp group. So now I put it on the WhatsApp group now. Yes, I put it on the WhatsApp group. Don't worry, everything is fine. Temidayo, you are welcome. Thank you for coming. I think people are lagging. People are lagging, and I don't know how we are going to do this now. If people are lagging like this, it will affect our scoring. And we have just 30 seconds. Oh my God. 30 seconds. Okay. Maybe we should just start. It's already 5:30. That's why you should come early. So all of us will start at the same time. All right. Okay, we have Dimeji. Dimeji, you are welcome. We have Jay. We have Thomas, Temidayo, Afolabi Esther. I don't know if we should give some more people, but I'm afraid of. Okay, the question will show on your phone and you will see it immediately. Okay, good. The question will show on your phone immediately. All right, good. You should be fine. Who else is coming in? Is that all? Should I start the question? Once I start the question, you will not be able to catch up with these people. You will not be able to catch up with these people. I don't know. All right, let's start. We have 15 questions to go. Each question is 30 seconds. And I'm going to be sending the question right now. So let's go to the first question. We have another person, another Temidayo. Right answer matters. It's what puts you on the leaderboard. Your speed and your speed. So time is coming. Locks in 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and then 1 second. Okay. I believe we have all voted. We have all voted. If you did not vote in that one, I don't know. We have only 3 votes. People were unable to vote, right? What happened? I think the network, or we don't know the answer. Let's assume we don't know the answer. Okay, let's see what the correct answer is. The correct answer is hypertext markup language. for HTML. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Let's see who got that first and who got it correctly. Thomas. Thomas was able to answer in 21 seconds cumulative time. 21 seconds cumulative time. Afolabi Esther, 25 seconds. Temidayo is following closely. Let's move on to the next question. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is the second question. 30 seconds. Which tag is used to define the document title? Is it the head, the title, the body, or the header? Which one is used to define the document's title? We have 2 votes already. We have 2 votes already. Keep on selecting. We have 4 votes. Locks in 5 seconds. Select 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 1 second, and time is up. We have 6 votes in this one. That is beautiful. It has been locked. So we have 6 votes. Out of these 6 votes, let's see what the correct answer is. For the title is what we show. Which tag is used? That tag is title tag. The title tag is placed in the head tag, yes, but it is the title tag that will contain whatever we want to be on top of our application. Like this one now, we have e-commerce web. That is the title for that application. We use the title tag. Thank you so much. Let's see who got it first. Thomas again. Thomas has answered 2 questions correctly. Cumulative time is 32 seconds for the 2 questions. And who is following closely? Afolabi is taking the 2nd position, and Temidayo is taking, okay, people are coming up. Dara, Rike, and Dimeji. Rike is showing up now. Rike showed up in our last quiz. Let's move on to the next question. The next question. Which HTML tag is used to define a paragraph? The fastest finger gets it. The fastest finger. This is very, very easy, but fastest finger to define a paragraph. You still have time. If you have made a mistake, I think you can change. You should be able to change, right? Locks in 13 seconds. In 10 seconds now. Which tag? Is it P? Is it par? Is it PG? Or is it paragraph? How do we define a paragraph on our website? Okay, it is locked. Thank you so much for your vote. How many people voted this time around? 8 votes this time around. Good. 8 votes. So let's see. 8 votes. Let's reveal the answer. What is the answer for our paragraph tag? We use P tag. It's not par and it's not paragraph. We use P tag. You would have seen me use this one today. You would have seen me use it today plenty times. And I also did use it yesterday. Okay, so let's see who got it first. Who was the first person so far, averagely, all together now? It is going to add all the time that we have been using. It's going to add them together and give us who our leader is right now. Okay, we are having network. Please give us a moment. Give us a moment. We are going to be. Let me quickly refresh so that we can have the winner, and then we can move on to the next one. So paragraph tag is P tag. P tag is what we use to create paragraph tag, and I said it's for small text on the screen. Small text that are not header. So you can have 3 lines, 4 lines, 7 lines, whatever no matter the number of lines that you want to have, you can have them there. Okay, I'm still trying to get this. I'm trying to get the application to work. Network is affecting the application right now. Please give us a second to get it up and running again. Please pardon us. Hopefully we will be able to complete the 15 questions before the network does any harm to our connection. I'm refreshing again, and after this, oh, the network is bad over here too, and that is what is giving us an issue now. Please be patient. I'm trying to ensure that we are able to see, that we are able to finish this quiz. Oh my God. Okay. It's no longer responding. Some people whose network is bad, they have blown their hair to make the network on this side not bad also. Don't worry, you will win to release the network. Um, oh my. What are we going to do now? It's not opening again. Oh, this is embarrassing. Uh, okay, it's not opening again. I think you can't set the link for the quiz when we are already on question 3. Yes, maybe it's their server or network. It will be network. If you can't access the link to the server, simply Vic can't access the link to the quiz. That will be because of network, the same network that we are experiencing right now. You can't see the link here. I've already pasted it on the group chat. If you can't see the link, I've pasted it on the group chat. The network is so bad. Yes, it's bad at this point too. At this particular point, maybe we should just stop it here and call it a day for today. The network is not allowing us to use Slido today. If you vote that we should end the meeting now, that we should end the class without finishing the quiz, please put it in the chat box on the YouTube chat so that we can wrap up and we can all go and start practicing what we have learned today. Please let me know in the chat box. I don't want to be the one to to take the decision. Let's have a unanimous decision about this so that we can wrap up. Tomorrow we are leaving the elementary section now. We are leaving the elementary. We are moving on little by little every day. Today we have added background color. We have added background itself. We have been able to do linear gradient. We have been able to do radial gradient. Okay, so all right, there is nothing we can do. I guess we should not end it now. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. You want to lead Thomas? Oh my God. I was expecting everybody to just say we should end, we should end, we should end. Okay, let me do something. Let me and I cannot, if I remove the internet, I want to restart the router. If I restart the router, I don't know if you will. Okay, I think you will be fine. If I restart the router. I'm restarting, still restarting now. Okay, since somebody's saying we should not start, we should not end the class, we can wrap up at 5:45 if the network remains poor. Okay, thank you so much. 5:45. I don't see a way to continue. Yes, right now I'm not seeing it too, but let me just try for 2 more minutes. Let me see if I can get it up within 2 minutes. If I can get it up 2-3 minutes, then we can finish it. Then if we can't get it up, that means Esther will have to defeat Thomas on another day like tomorrow. Okay. No. It's a different link. Let me bring the real link. Let's use. Okay. Okay. I'm still working on it. I'm still working, and hopefully. Please, let's just wrap it up. Okay, it's coming. Login. The network is slow. It was not as bad as this when we were having our training. I think it just became bad all of a sudden. So let me see if it will allow me to have access to the questions now. be able to allow me to have access to the questions now. So I have access to the question, and no, the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. Please, let's just call it today. So for everyone that has joined today, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the fact that you are willing to learn this thing. And I can tell you that the package that I've put in place in this training will equip you you'll be closer to being a front-end developer by the end of this 1 month training than you were 6 months or 12 months ago. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate all your effort. Please ensure that you practice everything we have talked about today. Let's practice everything that we have practiced, that we have done. Try and practice the radial gradient, use different color, use different things, try and come up with things, use linear gradient, link your HTML with CSS, make sure you're able to do that one. Let it become like muscle memory for you, and I can assure you everything is going to become as easy because you are taking them a step at a time every day. Everything will become easy and easy and easy every day. So until next time when we see, which will be tomorrow, I leave you in the hands of God who is able to keep you from falling. Thank you very much for joining today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. You can drop now. I'll be ending this stream in like 2 minutes or so, but you can drop. Thank you so much for joining. You can continue your competition tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have better network tomorrow. You can be the fastest, still with the fastest finger tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye. Please don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, so that you can know anytime we are online, you will be notified. That's why I have not ended it. I'll be ending the stream and the link will be available. The video is available. If you want to check it, if you want to check again, you want to go back to what we have done, it's always available.